Rodgers has plenty of time, throws it over the middle. Got Jordy Nelson. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Barkley to throw, floats it down the right side, leading him to the flag, to the end zone. Touchdown!
NFC North game this weekend, Greg Rosenthal. The Packers and the Bears. Maybe we'll see another a snow game, a third straight snow game maybe for the Packers.
This is one of those games every time they play, they're like, what a rivalry. One of the greatest rivalries. You know what? These games usually aren't that entertaining lately because the Bears aren't good enough.
No, the Packers offense has been really good, though, lately. Yeah. That's been good enough for them to win games.
Aaron Rodgers' numbers over the last 7 weeks are as good as any quarterback in the league. I think he really picked it up about 4 weeks ago in terms of that they're playing the whole game well. And to me, they have to get into the playoffs. I think they're going to. This is a game that they're going to be heavily favored in. And if they get in, who's more dangerous other than the Cowboys? I mean, who do you trust more? I think the Seahawks are right there, but the Packers are number 2 to me.
Especially with Jordy Nelson and Davante Adams heating up, too. I mean, those two, no other duo has more touchdowns right now in the league.
It's crazy that Davante, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Davante Adams, to me, it's crazy
Jorvante,
that
I'm calling them.
He is the most... Jorvante. Don't give
it's really bad.
I
really...
He's the most explosive guy on that team.
Yeah. So the defense, too, in this, the Packers' defense is really heating up, especially since Demarius Randall came back.
That's been huge because it's not just who gets injured, it's how many injuries you have at one position. They lost Sam Shields early in the year. They, for a lot of this year, were missing 3 cornerbacks. So you get a couple back in there. You're replacing guys that shouldn't be out on the field. And you would think this is a game that can handle their business.
I completely went over Aaron Rodgers' calf, too, because first he had the hamstring, now he has the calf injury. Does that worry you at all?
Yes, significantly. He had a calf injury a few years ago. He says this isn't as big a deal, but that one was debilitating him. And this was a guy who gets a lot of his value out of just making it up late in the down. You know, the guys aren't open, and he's going to run around. Not going to be easy in the cold.
2 years ago, though, it hurt his mobility, but he was still effective.
But it was over a short period of time, I believe, if I remember it correctly. He didn't have to play 3 more games and then a whole playoff.
It's true. What about the other big quarterback in this matchup? Matt Barkley. How you feeling about him?
I wish I was Matt Barkley's agent right now. I mean, he probably thought this is a guy who was almost out of the league. He wasn't on a team in the second week of September. Then he was on a practice squad. He's going to be a free agent this offseason. Look, he's been better than some starting quarterbacks out there.
This was only his 3rd start that we saw. He looked better than that. He looked more composed.
He's been great. You know, he's right. You could say he's at the very worst, the number 2 USC quarterback in the entire league behind Carson Palmer.
Oh, Mark Sanchez.
He's past Sanchez in the USC rankings, past Matt Castle. Who else is out there? Cody Kessler, sorry. Matt Barkley just dropped you.
Matt Barkley, good job, buddy. Let's see what you do this week.
That's the thing about backup quarterbacks. It's like if you have 3 or 4 great starts, you just got paid for the next 10 years. You might not even see them again.
It's the best job in the world, backup quarterback.
Except for this one.
Everybody calls your name when things aren't going well. Who are you taking?
I am taking the Packers.
Taking the Packers. Make that 2. We'll see what happens on Sunday. That's a 1 p.m. Eastern start.